Good day, everybody. This is Dr. O with another thought of the day. Make sure you hit that subscription button and notification bell if you haven't already. Today's thought of the day is titled, Is Experience the Best Teacher? So, is it? Is experience, is that the best teacher? I think society in general would probably answer yes, at least based on my experiences. But I look at it differently. And I think some of you should too. Experience, I would say, is the longest teacher, but I'm not quite sure if it's the best. I'd probably agree to an argument that experience is the best teacher in some cases, but definitely not in all or even most cases. I'd argue more that experience is the longest teacher. Sometimes, in my opinion, in most cases, the best teacher is watching what others have gone through to examine that particular outcome. Do you really need to go through a difficult, for instance, financial situation to learn that you shouldn't spend more money than you earn? In this case, would it be better for you to end up in a bad spot? Maybe evicted, living in a shelter, having an empty fridge, hungry kids, having to resort to illegal activities to make ends meet? Or would it be better to see someone else go through that? And as a result, you start making better decisions and different decisions so that you don't go through that same situation. Would you rather touch, another example, would you rather touch a hot stove, say a hot stove is glowing red, to realize that, hey, maybe I shouldn't have touched that stove? Or would you have rather seen someone else touch the stove? See the burn marks, how much pain they were in, the hospital visits. If you were to experience touching a hot stove, it wouldn't have been the best teacher. It would have more likely have been the longest teacher. I often hear people say experience is the best teacher, paired with it's a testimony to tell others, or paired with it'll be a lesson you never forget. While true at times, everything isn't meant to be a testimony, and you may forget to the degree that your actions seem like, your future actions seem like you forgot the consequences of the past for doing an exact same thing. Everything isn't meant to be experienced. I don't have to experience doing drugs to tell my kids not to do drugs and that they're bad for you. Now, I can say this with confidence, even though I haven't experienced doing drugs myself. One can still teach to prevent something without going through that very thing. Remember, teaching can come through many forms, to include observational learning, seeing something, observing something. So as you go about your day today, try to learn through the experiences of others. If you are one that prefer to learn experiencing things for yourself, I'm talking to you. While there is nothing wrong with experiencing things for yourself, there are times you don't have to, and maybe even you shouldn't. Be wise in the things that you bring experience to you. Know the difference between having to experience things and wanting to. This is Dr. O signing off.